So I want to talk about really quick, not really quick, I might take my time discussing this topic, because during this time in quarantine, I've had a lot of time to think and reflect on a lot of different things in life and career-wise, and I've been thinking a lot about what led me to this moment, to where I am now. Speaking mostly on a personal level and on a professional level, because for all intents and purposes, a lot of what I have accomplished should have never happened. If I take you back a few years, I was a college dropout with no real education. I was taking psychology as a major in college, and I took too much of it and it messed up my head, and so I dropped out, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be a filmmaker, I'm gonna make videos and stuff like that. The photography didn't even come, it wasn't even a thought. I was no photographer, but I was able to very gradually adapt to the film world, as well as getting to know people here and there. After I got my first professional DSLR, that's when the interest in photography started coming in. But there was always that love for film that was always there. But I realized that, again, with no formal education and just word of mouth, I was able to accomplish so many things, from working on fashion shows and doing working with so many different people, even up and coming aspiring models and other artists. I got to a point where I was able to work with these people, and like my work was starting to speak for itself. And I think a lot of what they teach you in college is kind of like the fundamentals and networking. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe, because I've made it this far without any, school papers and saying, hey, he's certified master photographer, whatever. No, like you could say I reached like the top of the mountain when I got sponsored by Canon for winning a contest that I had no intentions of entering and submitting photos to, but I did it and it happened, and that's a huge deal. It went from a hobby to something legit, and that to me is part of like a legacy that I guess now I'm trying to leave a legacy. It wasn't that, years ago. And man, it makes you think, like I certainly had problems after the whole sponsorship ended. Like, what do you do after this? I had no idea. I figured if I just keep working and building the craft, something would, happen. You get recognized. And that happened when I got the cover of Time Out New York magazine. That was awesome. But this is the part where I go back to it. I'm reflecting on these moments, and there were a lot of jobs and gigs in between all of that, but those are the main two that stand out. And with this whole pandemic, it put a stop to whatever momentum I was having. And I've seen a bunch of people that I know succeed regardless of the pandemic, but it's because they're very good at networking, and it's something that I'm still working on. But you know, they sell their prints, they sell photos that they take, and you know, various other things. It just, I've had a lot of time to think. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. In my case, I think too much, and it's like, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you were good, and now you're just kind of, I'm just a washed out has-been. It's these kinds of thoughts that kind of like keep circulating in my mind, and it's because I'm not comparing myself to other people, but I'm seeing that other people are pushing through this, and I feel like I'm not doing a good job in that department, like trying to keep my chin up and you know, keep the hustle going. I feel like I'm failing in that department, and we're 6 months into this pandemic, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be much of a pause. Not a pause, but like it doesn't seem like it's gonna let up anytime soon, and it's really like affecting not just work, but my morale. Morale's just been down in regards to just like work and photography and all that stuff. But on other fronts, I've been doing good. The book I've been working on, I'm recently writing the 3rd draft because I was halfway into writing the 2nd one, and then a bunch of new ideas came in, and boom, 3rd draft. So that's coming along great. I've also been doing the live streaming, which you can check me out on twitch.tv/It's Game Time. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/It's Game Time. We stream from time to time, and it's a way to escape from the problems of the day. But on a much lighter note, I have been getting work here and there, you know, enough that it can sustain the bills and all that's been piling up. It's been good. Work, while it's little, it's enough to, you know, help me move on to the next thing. Yeah, I didn't want this video to be a real downer by any means, but I'm thinking out loud, literally, and there's obviously a lot more that I have in my mind just bugging me about. Like, my mind's just been everywhere, but the main thing was just kind of like that doubt of what comes after all this. Like, do we do something new? Do we try and pick up from where we left off? Am I just a washed out has-been photographer now that I can't do much anymore? It's tough, but just trying to, you know, keep my chin up and just work around it or through it however I can, the best I can. But yeah, I think for now that's all I got in my mind. I don't want to bore you, whoever's watching, with any more, but I guess this is just me trying to keep track of just where I'm headed, because 2020 was supposed to be the year, and it's definitely not been. It's been a real stinker, and I'm not gonna say it now. I'm not gonna say 2021 is the year, because I'm not playing that game anymore. But this is where we're at right now. I thought it'd be nice to just do a frequent vlog sessions, just just because I don't want it to be like, oh, 10 months after, you know, quarantine, when I just did like the 5 months. I want, you know, I want, at least for myself, I want to be able to keep track and see if I'm getting better, if mentally I'm getting better. And yeah, I don't know how long I've been talking. It must have been, oof. This is just what's on my mind. But thank you for watching, for tuning in, for listening if you have been. My name is Alken. Thank you for tuning in once again. I'll see you guys when I see you.